Hello and welcome to the third episode of my AI tutorial series, where today we'll be finishing the last main feature of the AI, which will be hunt mode. So what we're going to do is going to be T-base, and actually we're going to want to make out into subtrees and make a new one. We call that SBT_hunt mode. This will be a short one because hunt mode is the simplest of all the features. You're gonna go into BT base now again and make a new task. Call that BTT_investigate area. You're also gonna make sure that you set up it to switch to hunt mode here, so you just drag out into the selector. Just stay equal to hunt and set the hunt behavior to be hunt mode. You also now you're gonna want to open the AI, and in montage just add a new montage. I'm just gonna duplicate the existing one and name it Look Around Animation. Now you're gonna want this default animation to be the looking around animation. So what you're gonna want to do is search up look. You're gonna want to make a montage of him looking left. Call it AM_looking around. Then you're gonna want to drag out looking out right. So you have left and then right, and then you'll look both sides. So maybe just set the animation speed to be 1.25. 1.25. You're gonna want this default animation to be AM looking out animation montage. Now, in the task that you just made, you do event perceive execute AI. You drag out. You cast to here underscore base NPC. Put the object in control pod. Then promote this to a variable. And then drag out AI move to put the pawn to be the variable of the AI. And for destination, you're gonna want to get random point in navigatable radius. And I'd set this to 500 for now, but the higher the radius is, the further you'll look around. So then you drag out to this and get actor location and plug that into origin, so he knows the origin of the location that he has to look around in. And then on success, you're gonna finish execute. But what I actually do is drag out of the variable and get mesh, just to make it a little more organized when we assemble the subtree. Then do play montage and just plug this into success and fail, and then drag out here and get looking around animation, the variable you made, and plug that into montage to play. Then I'll completely do finish execute, and maybe just save to 2. And uninterrupted too, so that if the animation gets interrupted, then the task won't really not work anymore. So now you go into the subtree and you get a sequence. And now you're gonna keep dragging out investigate area. the more of these you have, the more he'll look around if we're going into idle mode. So for now, I'm gonna drag this out 3 times. So he'll hunt 4 times actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he's gonna set his state back to idle mode. Now we're gonna go back into the AI, duplicate the animation, and call that give up animation. So this is the animation he does after he gives up looking out. So you just search up give, or you're gonna get looking out stop and make a montage out of that. So am underscore looking around end, and you're gonna go into the base NPC, set the give up animation to be looking out end, and once again just make sure the animation speed is set to 1.25. So now you're gonna get BT task again and go back to where it is. And then you're gonna want to call this BTT underscore give up animation. Oops. So just do this again and play montage. Drag out of mesh. And on here you get give up animation. Drag that into montage to play, and then finish execute for both of these again until I play and complete it in success tree. So now in the hunt mode subtree, you just drag out give up animation. Then you're gonna want to make a task again. You call it BTT underscore set state. And all you're gonna want to do is get the AI, receive execute AI, and base NPC. And then drag out and get the set state function. And just set this to make this a variable so you can use this in the future. And just make sure that you set it to be variable. And then finish execute and set success to be true. And in the subtree, just do set state and make sure that it's set to be idle. Now we're not done yet because the AI doesn't actually lose you yet. You make a new task and call that BTT underscore move to last seen location. Then you're just gonna do this again. And this is where you go into the AI and make a new variable, last seen location, and make that a vector. Then in the sensing tab, or no, in the main graph where the chasing is handled, you just put a sequence node there, and set the variable. And then you just get actor location, and then get player location, or player character, so that it gets the location of the actor. So when he stops seeing you, this is gonna stop being called, and it's gonna stop setting this variable. So this variable is gonna be stuck at the last place he saw you. Now player site. I can set to false, okay. Then you go back into the task you just made for going to the last location. move to last seen location. You do an AI move too. Set the pawn should be the AI, and the destination variable should be last seen location. Just drag that into there. On success, finish, execute. So it should be success on both of these. And then you're just gonna go into the attack part and do move to last seen location. Then play give up animation. And then set state should be, and then you just say that should be hunt mode. So I'll set up a little testing zone here, and what you're going to want to do is just select these two black ports and set the observer ports to be self, so that they can update you. And in the move to last seen location, you just make sure to stop his movement immediately. So you get character movement, and then stop movement immediately. So let's show you an example of the system action. So he goes to the last place he saw me. I'm not there. And then he goes into hunt mode. And then he's gonna check it 4 times. He's gonna cut to. I'm just gonna cut the video to when he goes back into idle mode. Then he gives up, and now he's back into idle mode. So that's how you do the hunt system. Yeah, I know that was a short tutorial probably, and yeah, it probably resets when he sees me again. I'd also like to mention that in the future, I'll probably cover him losing you off his property, the AI catching you, and probably stuff like opening the doors. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'd like to mention that this template is made by Jack the Frog. I'll send a link in the description. And yeah, thanks for watching.